Ghana is starting its game tomorrow in this exciting tournament with a team playing against Cape Verde. How did you prepare yourself to get in here, and what is your ambition for this competition?
Well, our preparation was done in Ghana. We had our training camp in Kumasi. So then, of course, the travel time from Kumasi to here was very short. So it's been a good camp so far, good spirit in the camp, and of course the players, we like to think, are well prepared. As regards expectations, you can only expect expectations if you perform well enough. And our objective, of course, is in a starting game tomorrow, is to be able to play at a good enough and a high enough level that enables us to win the game. I think you never want to speak too far into the future, particularly one day before the first game. But it's important always to get off to a good start. But there is not one bad team in this tournament, and our approach to every game has to be the same. And yes, we would like to get off to a winning start.
Thank you, Coach. Ayew, vous serez peut-être à votre 8e CAN, c'est ça? 7e ou 8e?
Oui, 8e.
8e CAN, c'est une vraie longévité. En quoi cette CAN sera différente de celle des autres à laquelle vous avez déjà participé, et comment vous vous êtes préparé pour cette compétition?
Non, je pense qu'il n'y a pas de différence. La CAN est une compétition qui est très très difficile. Il y a beaucoup de bonnes équipes. Toutes les équipes qui se sont qualifiées sont de très bonnes équipes qui méritent d'être là. Alors voilà, pour moi personnellement, c'est juste être prêt physiquement, mentalement, et faire le boulot, aider mon équipe à aller le plus loin possible. Mais voilà, ça fait plaisir d'être encore là, de faire partie du plus grand tournoi de notre continent. Et je suis à Abidjan, c'est comme ma deuxième maison. Et je suis très content d'être là.
Okay, questions? Yes, sir. Yeah, in front. Microphone, here.
Coach, good afternoon. My name is Oluwayemi Omolagba. I represent Beatitude Australia. Coach, it's close to 31 years ago now since the Ghanaian team lifted the Afcon. Any pressure on you to deliver, and should the fans of the Ghanaian national teams have high expectations this time around? And to the captain, Ayew.
No, let's the coach answer.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so as regards the pressure and the expectations, you as head coach, you have to accept. If you are the head coach of the Black Stars, you have to expect high expectations. You know, we have a fanatical support. The Ghanaians, they love their football and they look forward to this competition. So with that always comes pressure on the players, and of course pressure on the head coach to perform. But that's why we are here. We are here, and one thing you cannot do is you cannot avoid this. This is something you have to accept, and you have to welcome the pressure that comes with the performances, and putting in good enough performances to do well in this competition.
Okay, here with the Black Star jersey, ici avec le maillot du Ghana.
All right, thank you very much. I'm Asari Obeng with Scanny TV Ghana. Coach, since you took over, you've played, I think, about 10 games, and most Ghanaians have been complaining about the approach to the games, especially the first half performances for the Black Stars team. Usually playing the 2 DMs, of which ball progression sometimes becomes difficult for the team. Are we to expect something different in this particular Afcon team from the Ghana's team, especially the first half performance, how we are going to play well and probably score some good goals. Thank you.
As head coach for the period of time that I've been involved, I am very conscious of areas of our game that we could do better, where we could improve, and this is always the job of the head coach with the players to improve on them areas. What we have managed to do, of course, is to be here, which is the most important thing. This is competition mode, where qualification in group stages, playing at home and playing away, it's different. We are now in tournament mode, and we know that in tournaments anything can happen. So yes, I'm very conscious of the areas that we need to do better, and we will need to do better in them areas to be successful in this tournament.
Okay. The ladies there on the back. I'm coming to you after.
Thank you. My name is Rahel Osterwalder. I'm a Swiss journalist. My question is concerning the selection of the goalkeeper. For the last World Cup, Atisigi was the #1 player. For the last 3 games, he didn't play. So what is your motivation for selecting the #1 goalkeeper, and will it be Atisigi for the next games?
My selection process is exactly the same for the goalkeeper than it is for every other player. There is always a process that is taken. We ultimately, as head coach, I am the person that makes the final decision. But of course, I have a coaching staff with me, including a goalkeeping coach, if we are talking specifically about the goalkeeping area. And in these conversations and analyses that take place, it's where we make choices on starting, coming off the bench, starting the next game. And this is normal. This is normal in every team, and these are normal processes that take place. So as regards the goalkeeper, again, the goalkeeper situation would be no different to the selection process that we would go through for any other position.
All right, here. Let me do some discrimination, and then we come back to the man.
Thank you. My question goes to Mr. Ayew. I would say that Ghanaian people are not happy with the performance you showed in the FIFA World Cup 2022. What can you promise them as a senior player in this tournament? Thank you.
I think the performance in the World Cup, when we look at it globally, was pretty not bad. We showed a lot. We beat a great team like Korea. We're close to doing something versus Portugal, and we're very unlucky versus Uruguay. So I think that everyone saw that we gave everything that we had, but that's past. And being in the team for this long time, I'm not going to sit here and be given promises. But what I can say and what I can promise is that we are working really hard. We are following the coach's instruction. We know what the boss wants us to do. We are preparing for the game that's coming, and we're going to take it game by game. We have been always, let me be frank and honest, we have always been favorites in this tournament for the past years. But if we look at today's tournament, we are not part of the favorites when people are speaking, people are doing predictions, etc. So we need to accept it and make sure that we surprise, we stay calm, we do our job. But we're going to take it game by game. We're not going to start promising things, but we make sure that what I can promise is Sunday, we're going to be there 100% and give everything that we have to make sure we have a good start.
Thank you. Yeah, there on the back with Nigerian jersey. Nigeria.
Hello, Coach.
I didn't.
Salas Fiawi, Sahara Football. Criticism in recent times and with your style of play has been to play two defensive midfielders. Last time you were questioned on that in Kumasi, you said you thought you actually wanted one of the players to be a bit more progressive. We saw in the World Cup qualifiers and the recent friendly that probably they are not getting that instruction from you. What's going to be different versus Cape Verde? A team probably we are more fancied to play more explosive or expansive football. What is going to change there? Is it going to be the same or will see something different?
Well, one thing I know and understand is that you certainly wouldn't expect me to give away to you a team or even a team plan going into the game. I have sat, of course, at the end of all of our press conferences and addressed our Ghanaian press after all of the games and been asked similar questions. And all I can do is give what I think are honest and open answers. And yes, there have been games where we have played what you would perceive as two defensive type players in midfield. And yes, in a way of playing that I wanted us to play or use them in a different way. So this is all part and parcel of what happens in a game. And there, with the exact same philosophy, we've had some very good moments in the games. So I think we have to look at everything that we can improve on. As regards surprising anybody, this is the work that we do. The only ones that are privy to that are, of course, myself and, of course, the players that we work with. So ultimately, we want one thing. We want one thing, and that is to win a game, what will be a very difficult game against a good team, to win our first game, and then, of course, to continue to make progress.
Okay, here in the front.
Coach, I'm Alvaro Andrade from Voice of America, Portuguese service. Did you make any special preparation against Cape Verde or no?
I think as regards the preparation is, of course, what we show the players in our preparation in the way that they play. Probably I would have to say that most of our preparation has been very much about how we want to play. We have to be aware of the qualities that they have, the threats that they have, because they are a very good team with very good players. So we have to be aware of that. But probably, as I say, the higher percentage of the work that we've done is very much about our style of play and how we want to go about our way of playing.
A question for Ayew, Mr. Ayew. Okay, here in the front. In first. I will come back to you after.
Hello, Andre. My name is Delali from Deosaka in Ghana. My question is regards to, you have the chance of making history as one of the players with a lot of caps at the African Cup of Nations. Is it something that you are really looking forward to? And in instances where you are not being given the chance to feature in games, are you going to be worried?
Well, I'm here as the leader of the players. I know what I have to do. I know my role. We're here to win game as a teams. We're a group of 27 players where we want to make sure that we lift the flag of Ghana high, that we perform on the pitch and do what we want to do. All the 27 players want to play. I think when you're in a team and you're in such a big competition, everyone wants to be on the field every time, every moment, which is important, because if you don't have that, meaning that there's a problem with the player. But when I look at myself personally, yes, there are, I think, 1, 2, or 3 records that could be broken. I worked really hard to get to this situation and in this position, but most importantly is the team, is what we're going to do to win games. And if I'm able to break these records with winning games, so be it, and that would be wonderful, and that's what I'm hoping for. But breaking records and not having the results that goes with it, then it's not what I'm looking for as a captain of the team. But yes, if you sit here and say, as a player, you get to a level where you can break records, then you want to do it, and you're going to do everything in your ability to make sure that you break those records. But most importantly is always the team. And as the leader of the squad, I look at what we can do as a team to make sure that we win games and go as far as we can.
Okay, there on the back. I'm coming, so.
My name is Chris. I'm a Nigerian journalist. Coach, contrary to so many opinions that local players are not quality enough, you have 3 local players in your team. What can you say about the quality of these players and the quality of the Ghanaian Premier League?
So I think we have 3 local players in the squad, and they're not in the squad because they're local players. You know, there's no number that I have to put in the squad. The 3 players that are in the squad is because they deserve to be in the squad. So that's first and foremost. What I have done in the period of time that I've been here, particularly as head coach, is that I've spent a lot of time in Ghana watching the local games, and not those just in Accra, throughout the country, and I've enjoyed doing that. And I think what's happened is, over that period of time, my knowledge of the local game has increased. I'm still learning, you know, because there is that difference between those that are playing abroad as regards, you know, facilities and pitches or so. So I'm still learning, you know, and but certainly I think I'm in a better position to assess the local players. I think I'm in a better position now than what I was maybe 6 months ago, and that learning process is something that will continue.
Yes, sir. Second row, yeah. I'm coming to you after, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Sadiq Adams from Ghana. Question to Captain Andre. This is your 8th, and we never say this is your last because we are always going to see you here. You never know. But how different is this from the previous ones in terms of preparation and mentality and ambition as well? The last one was very disastrous. I don't know the target for the team, and for you personally, how important is this one in terms of mentality and preparation? Thank you.
Well, it's a huge tournament for us as a team. I think, as you said, the last tournament was very difficult, but being in a lot of tournaments, I think there were a lot of things that happened for the tournament to go that way. But we need to learn from it and make sure that it doesn't happen again, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch. But yes, it's true that it's my 8th Afcon, and then I've been sitting here a few times for a few years now, and the ambition hasn't changed. Since I started from day one, from my first Afcon 2008, I've always had the ambition to make sure that we are able to bring the trophy home one day. We will always come with that ambition. We can't promise it. What we can do is make sure that we give everything that we can, day by day, game by game, take our time. We've seen a lot of teams win this tournament without people expecting them to win. We've seen teams that were expected to win who has won it. But there's one thing that I know is, in this tournament you can't predict anything. And if you can't predict anything, then the doors are open for everyone. And when the doors are open, we need to slide in. We don't have to give no chances. And I believe that the squad is determined, and the ambition is to win the next game. And from there we'll see how we take it to the next one.
Thank you. There.
Oui, Senatiku New World TV. André, ceci pourrait être votre dernière CAN. C'est possible. Si jamais c'était votre dernière CAN, que voudriez-vous laisser comme héritage à la sélection ghanéenne? Comment vous êtes en train de concevoir tout ça?
Je ne pense pas à ça, pour être honnête. Je suis physiquement bien, je suis prêt mentalement, je bosse très dur, mes coéquipiers, l'entraîneur, le boss à côté, tout le monde est derrière moi, tout le monde me pousse, tout le monde m'aide, alors je ne pense pas à la CAN ou la dernière CAN. La seule chose que je sais, qu'il y a une CAN là qui commence pour nous demain, la prochaine c'est je crois dans un an, mais ça ne m'intéresse pas aujourd'hui. Ce qui m'intéresse, c'est ce qui va se passer là. Et comme j'ai dit, comme pour les matchs, on va prendre chaque match par match et on verra la suite. Faut pas déjà avancer sur la suite ou penser à autre chose. Match par match, c'est comme ça que la vie avance. Il faut vivre au présent et après on verra la suite.
Merci. Oui, là-bas.
Bonjour André, je suis David Teyengue, je travaille pour le quotidien Le Jour au Cameroun. Je suis content que vous ayez souri avant de répondre à la précédente question parce que vous étiez un peu crispé, on vous sentait un peu crispé. Le foot, c'est un peu aussi ça. Je sais que vous avez sur le dos papa qui a gagné la CAN en 82, qui vous chambre certainement pour vous demander c'est quoi votre travail aujourd'hui. Et puis, oui, vous avez 2 records au moins, ou bien 2 anciennes gloires de la CAN. Derrière vous, il y a Abedi et il y a Rigaud. Peut-être Rigaud, vous allez battre son record demain. Est-ce que vous attaquez aussi au record d'Abedi qui a gagné en 82? Merci.
Le plus important pour un Africain, la coupe la plus importante pour un Africain, c'est la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. C'est vrai que j'en ai joué pas mal. J'ai été très proche à maintes reprises de soulever cette coupe. Je n'ai pas encore eu cette chance-là, mais je pense que, comme vous tous, depuis ces années, vous me connaissez, vous savez que je ne vais pas lâcher. Je ne vais pas lâcher. Alors, que ce soit aujourd'hui ou demain, ou après-demain, je ne sais pas quand. Mais en tout cas, moi, je donnerai tout pour un jour ramener ce trophée au pays. Que ça se fasse un jour ou pas, ça c'est dans la main de Dieu. Mais moi, je vais tout faire pour un jour ramener cette coupe qui nous a fui depuis 41 ans. Mais par rapport à mes records, voilà, comme je dis, c'est beaucoup de discussions autour de ça, de battre mon grand Rio, le sélectionneur aujourd'hui du Cameroun, être le joueur avant marqué dans quelques... Voilà, il y a beaucoup de choses qui sont en train de passer autour, mais pour moi, c'est des choses qui seraient bien de battre en tant que joueur. J'ai travaillé dur pour arriver déjà à ce niveau-là. Et être proche de battre certains records, je vais essayer de les faire. Parce que si tu bats des records, il y en a aussi qui vont venir battre les tiens un jour. C'est comme ça que le football marche. Mais pour moi, c'est pas aujourd'hui la priorité. Je suis vraiment focalisé sur le match du Cap-Vert. Et après le match du Cap-Vert, chaque chose viendra en son temps.
Yes, here in front.
Ori Kompofo from TV3 Ghana. My question is to you, Chris. We've not had any updates with regards to injuries and player fitness ahead of the Cape Verde game. What we do know is that 26 players trained in the camp in Ghana. Kudus joined the team to come to Ivory Coast. What's the fitness level like? Is everyone okay for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, so as regards the build-up, you are correct that Mohamed Kudus was the only player that joined us a little bit later because of an injury he sustained. But he's with us now, and we will assess him. We know we have the game tomorrow, but we will assess him for tomorrow. But as regards certainly everybody else is fit and well.
Okay, I will take two last questions and then we end this press conference here, and then the last one there.
Bonsoir coach, bonsoir André. Votre papa a remporté la CAN avec le Ghana en 82. Et depuis là, c'est plusieurs années de disette pour le Ghana. Vous étiez proche de pouvoir décrocher le Graal en 2015. Malheureusement, la Côte d'Ivoire l'a emporté dans les séances de tir au but. Quelles sont vos réelles ambitions pour cette Coupe d'Afrique des Nations? Pensez-vous que vous avez la faculté nécessaire pour aller finalement décrocher ce sacre qui vous est cher?
Ouais, j'ai été très proche en 2010 où on perd en finale contre l'Égypte et en 2015 contre la Côte d'Ivoire. Quelques demi-finales au penalty. Ça se joue à rien, on sait tous, mais comme j'ai dit et je répète, c'est un rêve de tout joueur africain de remporter ce trophée aussi prestigieux. Et nous, le Ghana, on ne va pas se mettre en avant en parlant de trophées quand il y a 3 matchs, après il y a les 16e, il y a les quarts, il y a beaucoup de matchs. Alors on va prendre notre temps. Ce qu'on sait, c'est que tous les matchs qu'on va jouer, on va pour gagner. On va jouer pour gagner les matchs. Et on va prendre ça match par match. Et à la fin, on verra où ça nous mènera. Mais j'ai confiance en tout le boulot qu'on a fait. J'ai confiance en ce que le coach et le staff ont mis en place. Et on va se battre pour vraiment montrer une très bonne image du Ghana ici en Côte d'Ivoire. On sait que le Ghana aussi sera le 2e pays supporté ici par tous les Ivoiriens. Et ça, notre accueil ici, ça a été très chaleureux. Je voudrais remercier tous les Ivoiriens de vraiment leur accueil. Je suis très content et très, très fier de voir ça. Comme c'est vraiment comme mon deuxième pays ici. Mes enfants ont du sang ivoirien, ma femme aussi est de là. Alors voilà, pour moi je suis à la maison et on va tout faire pour laisser une très très bonne empreinte ici.
Très bien. Là-bas.
Coach, it's Lorenzia from South Africa. Just to follow up on the goalkeeping question, Richard Ofori obviously plays in Orlando Pirates in South Africa, and even the Pirates fans were surprised that he got called up because he's not been a regular. He's been struggling with injury, but he comes to the national team. He even captains the national team and he starts. What is it about Richard that makes him, one of the players that you trust to call to the national team, even when he maybe isn't mentally or physically fit to play at club level?
What I'd like to think is that we have 3 goalkeepers that are in the squad that all could do a very good job for us. They all have different qualities. Certainly over the years, the goalkeeping situation is always a different and difficult one. Sometimes you'll have a goalkeeper that's playing regular at his club. Sometimes you'll have a goalkeeper that's not playing so regular, but can do a fantastic job with a national team. So these are the things that we always take into consideration. As regards the qualities that Richard has, he's a big personality. He is somebody that I would like to think, because I can only speak for a short period of time. Dede here can speak for a longer period of time. I'd like to think that Richard Ofori is somebody that has never let the nation down as regards availability and the job that he has done. But in the same way, I would speak about all 3 goalkeepers, and whichever goalkeepers play in whichever game they play in, it's because we have total confidence in their performance and their abilities as a goalkeeper.
Thank you, Coach, giving us 1 minute extra time. I'll take that opportunity to ask the last question and we do it on this side. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm Collins Okinyo from Kenya. Andre, 13 years ago, I did an interview with you and your team was camping in Kenya. And there's something you told me in that interview, that you will always want to leave a legacy playing for Ghana. We are in 2024, 13 years later. Do you feel you're living your dream according to how things have been since that time when I spoke to you? Thank you very much.
Anytime I have this shirt on, it's a dream. I grew up wanting to wear the Black Stars jersey. That was my dream from the start. Growing up, I was in the Black Star bus when they're going to play games with my dad. I only had one thing in mind as a kid, was to play for the Ghana Black Stars. And I've lived that dream for 16, 17 years now. And every day I come into camp, every day I have the chance to wear this jersey is the best moment in my football career, because that's when I feel the most joy, because wearing this jersey for me is everything that counts. But as I said, things have been very, very well. I thank God for the international career that's been happening for me. But I believe that there is much to be done. You never know when your moment is going to arrive. What is important is for you to believe, for you to work hard, believe in the work that you have done, keep working, and at one moment that star that you're waiting for to add on the jersey will come and add itself into it. But through all these years, I think the dream I'm living is fabulous. But if I want it to be great and to be at the pinnacle, it will be before the end, before I hang my boots, to be able to lift that trophy one day. That's my biggest dream. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Andre Ayew. Merci, Coach Chris.
Merci.
And thank you to you guys. Next press conference will be the coach of Cape Verde with one of the players. Ryan Mendes is the one coming in. And good luck for the tomorrow game.
Thank you.
Thank you.